Hi friends, it's makeup artist Katie here, founder of beautyandtheboutique.com, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to use an eyeliner that's been made for hooded eyes. I'm also going to share with you some more really great tips on how to open up your eyes if your eyes are hooded, and I'm also going to share an incredible lipstick, some little sculpting techniques to add to the look. So, are you ready? Because there's going to be amazing tips in this video that I think, regardless if you have this pencil or not, you can use the same tips with products that you hopefully already own. But if you want to see what I'm using and you want to see all my handpicked must-haves as a makeup artist, you will find a link probably around here somewhere, so you can see everything I've used and everything I've handpicked. Okay, so let's get started. So hooded eyes, beautiful. Now, some people are born with a hooded eye shape, and some of us develop a hooded eye as we age. So my hooded eye is my eyes used to be probably more like this. And you can see as I've aged, I'm heading into my 50s. It's just starting to hood over. So I'm going to share what I do as a makeup artist to make my eyes look a little bit more open. Okay, before I get started, I do apologise. I have many animals. I have with me dogs and cats, and I'm sat on my bedroom floor. So we could have barks, we could have meows. We'll just have to go with it. Okay, so this eyeliner here is dual-ended, and whether you have this one or not, you can use these same tips, but it is important that you choose an eyeliner that does not smudge, because as our lids start to hood, this hood can lap over onto the eyeliner and kind of smudge, or we just want to keep it smudge free. So the first thing we're going to do is work out how much eyeliner we want to wear. Now, to do that, I will start off by actually applying a little bit to the under lash line here, and then I'll apply my mascara, and then I'll take a view of how much more I need. Because often when you apply mascara in a certain way that I'm going to teach you, you can get a really good lift with your mascara to your eye. And you might find that you don't need more eyeliner to create that lift. So stay with me as I go through this, because I really think the tips I share are going to really help you. Okay, so the first thing we do is, this colour is like a really chocolatey brown colour. You can use black, you can use any colour as long as it's fairly dark. Now you're going to hold your eye slightly up, and we're getting, now this looks a bit eeky. Now some of you might have done this before, and if you haven't, try it, because I think you'll give it about 3 goes, and on the 4th attempt you'll be like, okay, I get it. Now, things to make this easier is hold your eye up and look down as you do it, and intuitively keep your pinky finger here as a stabilizer, and you're just going to run, I am going to need a mirror for this, I do apologize. You're going to run the eyeliner on the upper water lash line here. Okay, so I've smudged it on the top, so always have a Q-tip handy, because it is quite normal to smudge your eyeliner as you go. Now with this eyeliner, you have about 60 seconds to correct it before it sets in place. So again, we're gonna just backwards and forwards. Oh, I'm making a real mess, aren't I? At least this is keeping it real for you. It's because I'm trying to teach and do my makeup at the same time. Okay, so now where I've rubbed that off, I've taken a little bit of my foundation off, but let's just build that up. And it does get easier the more you do it. But the reason I'm putting it on the upper water lash line and not on the top of my lid here is because I want to leave as much space on my lid as possible, because the more that we put eyeliner on the top here, the more it's going to close up our eyes. So just by creating that colour here, I've not actually used up any lid space here. So can you see I'm ever so slightly adding depth of colour to the upper waterline? Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to just wiggle it right at the corner there. And then I'm going to take my pinky finger and I'm going to just slightly move that colour up towards my end of my brow. And can you see, it's almost like a baby wing, but without looking really dramatic and keeping it looking natural. So if I come closer, excuse extreme close up, but I think it's important that you see. So I'm kind of like putting a little bit of colour right in the corner waterline there. And then with my pinky finger, with my nail, very gently, I'm just, before it sets, going up towards the end of my brow there. And can you see it's creating like a diffused line? And I don't want that line to look really sort of like heavy and harsh, because I want it to look soft and natural, so that my eye just ever so slightly like swoops up. Now I'm going to not put anything on this eye so you can see the difference. But before I add any more eyeliner, I'm going to teach you a technique that you can use with your mascaras to create a more open eye effect. Because when you do this next bit with your mascara, you might find that you don't want to wear any more eyeliner than this. Or I will go in and show you how you can wear more if you want to. So then you're going to get a mascara. Again, with a hooded eye, I tend to like using a smudge-proof mascara, because as our eye hoods, quite often our lashes will hit that hood, and you know, mascara can transfer. So I like to use a smudge-proof one. So this one, if you want to see anything that I'm using, the links are somewhere around there. So what I tend to do is I'll get my mascara wand and I will blink onto the wand first of all, and I will show you how to create lift to your eye with a really cool mascara technique. But first of all, let's just get the mascara on our lashes, and to do that I hold it right at the root and blink. And the reason I do that is because by holding the mascara wand right at the root of my lashes, it does the hard work for you. So if you have a shaky hand when you're doing mascara, just hold it steady and blink onto the wand, okay? Now, not only does this coat your lashes quicker, it creates less clogs, and it also means that most of the mascara is at the very base of your lash. And when you put most of the mascara right at the base of your lash, you will get a much fuller looking lash without really cloggy lashes. Now again, I've just smudged a little bit, so I wait for my mascara to dry, and then I will just move it away and I will tidy it up after. So I've done what, 2 layers? I could do 3 and really build it up. And now, so I'm liking this, but I'm thinking, right, if I want my eye to look more open, then what I need to do is create my lashes to look slightly more fuller in the middle. Because when we create a more fuller looking lash right in the middle here, and on our bottom lash here, which we'll do in a minute, it will make your eyes look more open and bigger. And when we have a hooded eye, that's what we want to do if we want to make our eyes look bigger. Now in just a minute, when I've taught you this really cool like eyeliner and mascara technique for a hooded eye, I'm going to show you how you can use your bronzer to further define your eye and sculpt your face in a really beautiful natural way. Okay, so let's leave that there for now, and then we're going to do our bottom lashes. And for our bottom lashes, I hold the wand at the root and I kind of like do little stamps, because if I get, same as the top lashes, most of the mascara on the root of the lashes, then my lashes aren't going to look cloggy, and it will save me less time trying to make them look, you know, unclogged essentially. I will say this mascara that I'm using, it's a smudge proof one, and it really is the least cloggy mascara I've ever used. It's all the way from Australia, and I've hand picked it for you guys to see on Beauty in the Boutique. Okay, so let's wait for that to dry a little bit, and I'll take off some of the smudge in there, and then I'm going to do the exact same on the lower lash line, just focusing and building up the lashes in the middle. So here and here. And this is what creates a really lovely open eye, doe-eyed effect. Can you see? Look how much bigger my eye is looking here, just by the technique of mascara that I'm teaching you and the eyeliner. But my eye still looks really natural. I mean, if I was to come close, you wouldn't even see that I've got any eyeliner on really, would you? You'd just think that I had a, you know, it was just I had a bit of mascara on. So I like to just keep building that up until I feel like, oh yeah, that's giving me a really nice lift. Now this mascara also does lift the lashes as well, which is really handy. Okay, so you might think, oh, for, you know, an everyday look, that's really nice. But you might also be like, right, well, I still want to open my eye using the eyeliner. Let's just tidy up where I've smudged there. Okay, so what we'll now do is this eyeliner that we've used here, we're going to twist it round and we have another shade on the other end. And this is really cool because what this does is it creates a lift here, here, and also on our lower waterline here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just put a little bit of the creamy colour here. I'm not taking it all the way around my eye because I only want to frame my iris, because this is going to make my natural eye colour stand out and it's going to make my eye look more open. I'm going to put a little bit round the tear duct area here. And I'm going to just smudge and blend. Now remember, I'm not using a mirror. I'm just looking at you and teaching. And it is so easy to do. I mean, I could do a better job if I was looking in the mirror. I'm going to put a bit under my brow bone. Pinky finger, smudge. This is just going to give me, just when we make our brow bone look lighter, can you see the natural lift it's given my eye? Look, very subtle, but all I've used is this eyeliner and this mascara. And it's a really natural look, I think. So if you were thinking, oh, I think that's really nice, but I would want to wear a little bit more, then what I would say is I would tend not to put any more. I wouldn't put any eyeliner on the actual lid here. I would keep it just on the upper waterline. But what I would do is I would go in. Oh, I've just, let me just tidy up what I've done because I'm sweating here. So it's quite a warm, muggy day. And I've got the window shut so the dogs don't bark while I'm filming. But it's actually making me sweat quite a bit. So I'm just going to build up a little bit more at the corner here. Just there. And you can see when I'm doing it, I'm not worrying about it being perfect. I'm just building up the intensity, and then I'll take my finger and just wing it up towards my brow here. So it all looks really, really soft and natural. I don't want anything to look too done. Okay, let's clean up with my Q-tip, and then I'm going to share with you. Now, another little thing I like to do is, you can do this with an old mascara wand, just clean it and just brush through your lashes after. I think that always just really gives a really nice look. Okay, what are we thinking? I'm gonna just top up just where I've smudged a bit of my foundation. This foundation is amazing. I promise you, if I was to take off this side of my face, I might do it. You will see how good this foundation is. It's so cool. In fact, let me do it now, because you're probably thinking, oh, her skin tone looks nice. But honestly, this foundation is so cool. It makes sure honestly, I'm going to show you. Let me take this side of my face off. You'll see it's just, look, I mean, look how cool that is. I mean, you might have been fooled and thought, oh, her skin's I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't have bad skin, but you know, I've certainly got dark circles, and I think this side looks a lot more rested. But, you know, let's be honest and show you what I look like. And that's that. It is so good. The link is below if you want to see it. It's weightless, it sets itself, it lasts all day. It's really, really good. Okay, so I would say once we've done this, I'd be saying, right, if you've got a bronzer at home or you've got an eyeshadow colour that is matte and a few shades darker than your skin tone, I want you to get it. And I want you to see if you have an eyeshadow brush like this. And if you don't have an eyeshadow brush like this brush, I can't even tell you how good this brush is. This is a brush that's probably the most used brush in my makeup kit as a makeup artist, and I've been a makeup artist for coming on 25 years. This makes eyeshadow so easy and so natural. It is fantastic. So you're going to get your bronzer, or you're going to find an eyeshadow colour that you have at home that's a few shades lighter than your skin tone, and you're going to get an eye brush, a fluffy eye brush like this. If you don't have it, I urge you, look at it's so affordable and it really is so good. Tap off, because it's better to apply a little and build up. And then you're going to use your pinky finger as your stabilizer, and you're going to see where your lashes, once you've got mascara on, see where they hit your hood, okay? And where they hit, just put a little bit of your bronzer or your darker toned eyeshadow in a natural kind of earthy neutral tone, and just go backwards and forwards like a little windscreen wiper. But careful not to take it down here. We want to end just before the tail of the brow there. And look at that, really natural. And then what I like to do with the leftover on my brush, I like to squeeze, and I like to just run it. Just, you know where I showed you that mascara technique? If you're just joining, you can hopefully rewind this and watch it. But you know when I showed you the mascara to concentrate it in the middle on the upper and the lower lashes? Now, to enhance the eye opening, take the little bit of bronzer, squeeze a brush like this, and just run it along the middle of the lower lash line here. And what that does, it creates the illusion. I'm not going right the way across like that, because I want my eye to look more round and more open. So I'm going to go like that. And it really does just give a really subtle open look to the eye, because I find as my eyes have started to hood as I've got older, so my eyes were like that, and they're just starting to drop. But sometimes in the morning where my eyes hood, I find my eyes get really puffy. I don't know, almost like the hood collects like just loads of moisture while I sleep. And then I wake up and my eyes feel like they look so small. But when I use this technique with a fluffy eyeshadow brush like this and a bronzer, or you might use a different eyeshadow colour, it really does just make my eyes look more open, and it kind of pushes back that puffy look. It's such an easy thing to do. So once we've got our bronzer, so if you're just joining, I've got foundation on this side of my face and not on this side, which is why this side's looking slightly tired. But what I'll also do is then, because I've put the bronzer on my eye there, I will use the bronzer on the rest of my face, so it marries in the colour of my eyeshadow, because I've used this bronzer as my eyeshadow. I'll use it on the rest of my face so it all merges into one, and it kind of then doesn't even look like I'm wearing a colour on my eye. It just seems like I've just got the natural contours of my face. So to do that, I'll take this brush, another great little brush, tap it in. Again, if you want to see anything I'm using, the links are below. Tap it off. And then what I'll do is I'll think, right, let's sculpt my face a little bit. I'll find my cheekbone, hold my finger there, right underneath my cheekbone, dust from the top of my ear. I kind of start here and then I flick it like that, and then give it a little smudge in like that. And I've just created a nice little contour look. Take it along my jawline. And if you're wanting to make your jawline look more defined, you can take your bronzer, you can do it with a contour powder, but most people I find don't have a contour powder and just have a bronzer. So I'm just making it easier. I'm just running along the very rim here. You don't want to go above the rim. You want it right on the rim there, right the way along, and then blend it down. And when you blend it down, that's what gives a really natural look. So it's not even looking like I've really done much to my face now. I'm going to take a little bit around my forehead, only because I've got quite a big forehead. Just shade that in. And can you see you know, the colour I've got on my eye, I've now got on my cheeks, I've got here, put a bit on my nose. So it doesn't even look like I'm wearing, you know, anything other than mascara. But hopefully you can see how this looks slightly more higher and lifted compared to little hoodie there. Okay, now the next thing I'll do is, oh no, there's someone at the door. Ooh. This is what I said. The dogs are going mad, sorry. It's all right, doggies, we're not going to answer because we're filming. I think it's Amazon. Yeah, they're gone. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is take this blush, because I want to show you when you create a lifted eye look with your eyeliner, you want the rest of your makeup to kind of edge upwards, and it all then comes together and edges upwards. Hang on, baby boo, come here. Come on, puppies, come here. Come on. In here, there's no one there. Come on. Come on. Come here. Yeah, okay, stay here. Okay. So a little bit on my hand. Good boys, good boys. And then you want to go just on the corner here. Someone's laughing because I've called it the dogs. I mean, I'm keeping it real, aren't I? A little bit on the corner here. I've named all my dogs with the letter B. Baby Boo, Binky Boo, Bunny, Bon Bon, Bam Bam, and Bambi. So when I call one, they all come along. Because when am I only just going to want one dog? I've got 6 dogs, 3 cats. Please don't shame me, but one of my dogs is wearing a little nappy because, oh, long story, we got another dog and it came to us at when it was over a year old. It wasn't toilet trained. It started marking its territory. We got it neutered, but then the other boy dog started copying it, and now I haven't got them out of that marking their territory thing, so they have to have little nappies on. If anyone has any advice on that, let me know. I feel like you probably think I'm a really bad dog mum, but I've got to protect my curtains. Okay, so I digress. So I'm going to put a little bit on the corner of my cheekbone there. And can you see how it's all just lifting upwards now? But in a really natural way. So because we've edged our eyeliner upwards, we're also making the rest of our makeup go upwards as well. And that's a really good thing to think about when you're doing your makeup. If you want a lifted eye, make sure the rest of your makeup is edging upwards as well. So for example, how I showed you to do your bronzer, how I showed you to do a blush. And if you're someone that doesn't wear a blush, perhaps you've never done so before and you're thinking, oh, I wouldn't know how to wear it, I don't want to look like a clown. Nothing against clowns, I love them. But, you know, I do think that having blush, especially as we get really over the age of 40, I'm edging 50, I really find that when I wear a blush, it really does lift my face. And this one's a great one. Again, if you want to see it, links below. Now, you can't see it too much in this light, but in a lot of lights, it gives a really lovely glow, which I really like. So the other thing I would do to really complete this look is I'd put on like a nudie lipstick. Now, this lipstick looks really weird because it's got a white stripe in it, but this is actually like hyaluronic acid that runs through this lipstick. And this has been designed for women with mature lips that need a little bit of added moisture. And I think this just completes the whole look. There you go. How easy is that? Oh gosh, I'm really sweaty. Oh. Right, do we think we could do that? So I mean, this is the eyeliner. I'll show you if you really wanted to see what it looked like on the lid as well. I can show you that. I tend to always wear my mascara and then add more eyeliner. I know that's probably not the done thing, especially as a makeup artist, you know, but I like to almost have all my makeup done, even my lipstick on, and then I like to look at my face and think, you know, do I need a bit more of this? Do I need a bit more of that? Because it's often not until we've got our like lipstick on that we can look and think, oh, actually, I think my eye could take a little bit more colour or a little bit more darkness to frame them. Because, you know, if I was wearing really bright lip, in a lot of my videos I wear quite a bright lip, then I might not do my eyes quite as heavy because I want, they would fight for attention too much. But because this is quite a natural lip, if you want to see this, how this looks on all different skin tones, you'll find a link below. Then you could add more, and to do that I would probably, if it was me, you could do a little bit on the top. And you'll see when I do that, I hold my pinky finger right on the corner of my cheekbone, and then I just angle the pencil down. So I'm not going like that because that makes it difficult. I'm just sort of angling it down. I mean, I'm doing this without a mirror, so I'm gonna have to look in the mirror for a little bit. Hang on a minute. And then I could put a little bit more there. I'm just showing you so you can see all your different options, because you can wear this like a regular eyeliner, but you can see the more that I actually put, oh gosh, I've just noticed I've got a big smudge here. Forgive me if you're looking at me thinking, oh gosh, our makeup doesn't look blended. I'm doing this trying to teach you about a mirror. But you can kind of see that when I start putting more eyeliner on top of my eyelid, as opposed to what I taught you before about putting it here and right at the corner and winging it out, it does, I mean, I like the look, I really like the look, but it does start to close up my eye a little bit, which I'm not against. I still think it looks really nice, but it certainly doesn't look as natural. And I like teaching you makeup techniques that create subtle lifts and subtle tweaks and a bit of, you know, but still looks like you're not really wearing too much makeup. But you'll see as I've now put more colour on my lid, the hood looks heavier as opposed to what I had before. So you know, just play around and see, because that's the fun with makeup. What I'm really passionate about as a makeup artist and teaching you, can you see how much smaller my eye's starting to look as I add colour onto the top of the lid there? I mean, I quite like the look, but the hood is coming back and showing up more. I think with makeup, I think it is finding time for you. Put some nice music on, some music that makes you feel happy. I think that's really important. And have, you know, 5 to 10 minutes just playing around with makeup. And perhaps don't do it at the start of the day before work or when you need to be somewhere, but do it at the end of the day before you actually take off your makeup. And just have a play, because if you're just taking off your makeup anyway and cleaning your face at the end of the night, what's the harm in just having a quick play with makeup? Because I think when we play with our makeup, that's when we find out what works, what doesn't work, and like techniques I teach you could try, and that would build your confidence to then in the mornings when you're getting ready and you don't have as much the luxury of time, you'd be like, oh yeah, I tried that the other night and that looked really good, so I'll do that again. And there's nothing that I'm teaching you that I don't believe that you would be able to do. It might take you a couple of practices, literally 2 or 3 practices, but then you'd get it. And I think when we find time for ourselves, even if it's just putting on a swoosh of mascara, put on your nice music, and it is really like a little self-care gift to yourself. Because I don't know about you, but my life is so busy. Literally, I feel like the only time I get to myself is when I put my makeup on, and it's like it's like double good, because I like get time to myself. Literally, I get like 5 minutes, but it's still time for me. And then it makes me feel good as well. And then if I've put happy music on, then the two play off each other, and I'm like, oh, I feel a bit more ready to take on the day. Anyway, I'm blabbering on, and I've completely forgotten to tell you about my free makeup course that I've made you all. And if you want to receive that, then just comment beauty secrets and I'll send it to you. All you say is beauty secrets and you'll get my free 7-day makeup course that you can do whenever you like. It's online. I send you 1 lesson a day over 7 days, and they're quite short, easy lessons, but they really will help build up your confidence. So if you want that, comment beauty secrets. Well, just in time, because the dogs are kicking off again. Someone else at the door, so gotta go. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.